Am I overreacting for selling my house without telling my son and his girlfriend? For the past 7 years, I've rented out my second home to my son, Joe. Initially, he shared the house with friends at a below-market rate, and our lease agreements included provisions for occasional, reasonable rent increases. Most of my retirement savings are tied up in that property, and I made it clear that if I ever felt the investment was at risk, I would have to sell it. There were a couple of concerning moments when I lost homeowners insurance due to their lack of maintenance, but we managed to make the necessary repairs and got the insurance reinstated. I faced job loss twice during this time, which made it tough to cover the mortgage for both properties, but I was fortunate enough to find new jobs quickly. Each time, I reminded them that if the situation didn't improve, I might be forced to sell. I encouraged Joe to save money with the idea of potentially buying the house someday. At first, he wasn't interested, but 2 years ago, when his girlfriend, who is 32, moved in, he started expressing more interest. I was happy for them and thought our relationship was solid. They told their housemates they wanted to live together and even put effort into cleaning and maintaining the house, which pleased me. However, the neighborhood began to change as investors bought properties at inflated prices, often leaving houses vacant. After a nearby shooting, it became clear that it was time to sell and capitalize on the rising market. In the fall of 2023, I spoke with Joe and his girlfriend about the need to plan to be out by the fall of 2024. We briefly touched on their financial situation, and it seemed they wouldn't be able to buy the house at current prices, which had skyrocketed in just a year. After I told them about my decision, their demeanor shifted dramatically. His girlfriend became openly rude, both to my face and in texts. When they moved out, they left some petty and vindictive notes around the house and refused to share their new address with anyone in the family. Back in 2017, I had promised Joe a share of the profit when I sold the house, but the day after I sent him the check, he changed his phone number and cut off contact, leaving me heartbroken. Joe's father, my ex, mentioned that Joe did eventually reach out to him, but still wouldn't disclose his address. Joe also expressed that if I got his number, he would just change it again, stating that he and his girlfriend were cutting me out of their lives because I sold the house out from under them. Am I being unreasonable here? Thank you for all the supportive comments and likes. I truly appreciate them.